Last week, I talked about the fact that Kari Lake's Senate campaign in the state of Arizona is effectively bankrupt. She owes more money than she has on hand, and yes, by definition, that is bankruptcy. She is not doing very well with Republican donors. She's pissed off the entire Republican Party in Arizona by releasing those tapes of her conversations where the former chair of the party was effectively bribing her to get out of the race for a couple years, he said. But don't worry, folks, because now Kari Lake has a savior. And that savior is, of course, the National Republican Senatorial Committee, the NRSC, which is the campaign arm of the Republicans in the Senate. So the Senate campaign arm came out this week and endorsed Kari Lake. And their endorsement is possibly one of the dumbest things that I have seen in many, many years in politics. And that's saying a lot. Here is what Steve Daines, who of course is in charge of the NRSC after, Rick Scott was ousted because he lost all their money, which for the record, did we ever get an answer to that? Remember that? Okay, I think this is a big deal. Rick Scott was the chairman of the National Republican Senatorial Committee in the 2022 midterms. Then suddenly they find out, oh no, we're bankrupt. All our money's gone. Like, where the hell did it go? And Rick Scott never provided an answer. And when they demanded an answer, he was actually on a luxury yacht in the Mediterranean. So I still think that maybe warrants not just some answers, but possibly even an investigation, because we never got clear answers on where the hell the money went, Rick. We know from your past, there could be some shady things there, so I think it's worth looking into. But anyway, Steve Daines is now in charge, and here's what he said in his endorsement of Kari Lake. Kari Lake is one of the most talented candidates in the country. I'm going to have to go ahead and stop right there. Based on what? Seriously, Steve Daines, based on what? Kari Lake has only been in one election in her life, and she lost. And then she spent the next several years whining and complaining that she lost. She kept suing and suing and suing because she lost. And you know what happened in all of those court cases? Every one of them? She lost again. Like, she lost that Arizona gubernatorial race like 8 times at this point, thanks to all of the court cases saying, nope, you lost. So you're sitting there, Steve Daines, telling us she's the most talented candidate in the country. At what? Jesus Christ. He continues, Kari is building out an effective campaign operation that has what it takes to flip Arizona's Senate seat in November. Yeah, she's bankrupt, you idiot. That's why you guys are having to come in and save her, because you've got the money. And she needs the money because she's not getting it from the donors because the Republican Party in the state hates her guts. What I love about this story, however, is the response from the Democratic Senatorial Campaign Committee. Here is what the Democratic Senatorial Campaign Committee had to say. Kari Lake is the poster child for Senate Republicans' candidate quality problem and abysmal recruiting strategy. An election loser despised by Arizona Republicans, Lake brings massive baggage and disqualifying flaws to the campaign. We're thrilled with the NRSC's choice. Lake is the perfect candidate to lose the race. That was literally the response from the Democratic Senatorial Campaign Committee. They're like, oh, this is awesome. You picked a loser. Everybody in the state hates her. We love it. That is the perfect, snarky, yet intelligent Democratic response. I hope to see more of that. And yes, for the record, the polls currently show that Ruben Gallego, the Democrat in the race, even if Kyrsten Sinema runs as an independent, Gallego still wins. So those polls were actually conducted before most Republicans in Arizona hated Kari Lake. So I can't wait to see what the latest ones have to show us about how bad she's really doing.